Hey everyone, the Game Piece here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over all of the ways that you can farm some money in TEMTEM as part of the new Cipanku update. So let's get right into it, everyone. So if you are returning to the game, chances are you might have missed one of the most major moneymakers in the game that has been added, and that is Dojo rematches. Now, Dojo rematches are things that you can do 1 week after you initially defeated that Dojo master. You can go ahead and challenge the Dojo leader again to a competitive format battle, and this is no pushover fight. You're gonna have to have some trained up TEMTEM with some good to perfect SVs I would recommend, and you're gonna have to be prepared. This is a competitive style format fight, like I said, where you'll have to go through a draft mode and pick your TEMTEM. It'll be a 5-on-5 fight, and if you win, you do manage to get 7,000 Pansun if you're able to defeat it on the first victory. The Pansun reward does, however, diminish after a loss, so if you do have any losses in these rematches, your Pansun reward will be a little bit diminished. So just keep that in mind, but if you do manage to defeat all of these Dojo leaders, there is 6 in the game currently with the Cipanku update. You do get 7,000 Pansun each, so that's 42,000 Pansun per week. Another thing that you can be doing for Pansun each week is doing the fishing weekly. The Koish fishing at the Neural Lodge resets every single week. If you go ahead and match up the Koish there with the Koish on the board, you can get some pretty good rewards for it. If you get 4 or 5 different matching parts of the Koish, the rewards are pretty decent, and you will probably get anywhere between 5 to 10k worth of Pansun between the cosmetic items, any sort of ETCs or anything like that to sell. And yeah, that's a pretty good chunk of change for you too. So doing those all together right now, we're up to about 50,000 Pansun per week. Another thing you can be doing each week for some money is doing your free TEM. Free TEM is of course the society on Amnesia that gives you Pansun for every single TEMTEM that you release. Different TEMTEM have different yields for different Pansun, but right now I do like farming Chromion. Chromion, of course, can be found in Miyako Village, just south of the teleport point there. And if you go ahead and farm those, I do find that that's a pretty effective way of getting some Pansun. Depending on what you farm, you can get anywhere between 50 to about 80k per week. If you go ahead and do farm Mimets though, you're gonna get a lot of money if you go ahead and decide to grind out Mimets for free TEM. Mimets yield an insanely high amount. Their spawn usually yields between 400 to 500 different Pansun between release, so that's a pretty good amount if you do want to go ahead and do the Mimit route. So there also is weekly delivery quests. Now weekly deliveries are things that can be started in Kisiwa, in Uhuru. If you go to the post office there, you'll be able to take deliveries on every single day. This resets at the daily reset timer, but you'll have anywhere between 1 to 3 deliveries, and you'll have to run around the archipelago to deliver these packages of food. Once you do complete your deliveries though, you can make your way back to the post office for a reward. This ranges anywhere between, 1 to 5,000 Pansun, I would say, per day. Sometimes you get lucky and get a little bit more, but on average, I would say it ranges between around 1 to 2 maybe to 5,000 Pansun each day you're going to be doing this. So it adds up a little bit chunk of change. If you're doing this every single day a week, that should be about 7,000 extra Pansun for you per week. And then another new option for you to grind out potentially is the new layers. Layers are the new raid type format of content that has been added in the Cipanku update, where you take on the mythical TEMTEM. Now the rewards for this is very good. You can get some ETCs, which are breeding techniques that you can trade for high amounts of money, or you can get some telomere hacks if you want to telomere hack a rare Luma or a rare TEMTEM to get that up to snuff, and you'll be able to maybe trade that off for a high amount of money. You also get access to potentially some Wish You Well coins, which you can go ahead and use if you want to get some pheromones or potentially other cosmetic items from the Wish You Well. There's a lot of different rewards from this layer here that can be used to further prolong and increase your wealth in the game. So overall, doing all of your weekly activities, you're looking at around 110 to about 125,000 Pansun per week, just by doing your weekly activities. There are some extra things you can do, like breeding. If you want to get into breeding, you can go ahead and breed some extra TEMTEM to make some profit. I know that that is a pretty popular route for a lot of people, especially now at the beginning of the island update. There's a lot of people looking for perfect breeds. So if you want to get into that, that's definitely something I recommend. Otherwise, there is always ranked competitive matchmaking that does give Pansun rewards for every single win. It does give a pretty generous amount, I would say, depending on what TMR you're at. hovering around the 1400 TMR range. I usually get around 4,000 to 4,500 Pansun per win. So it's a pretty good chunk of Pansun if you guys are interested in doing something pretty fun as well. I definitely recommend getting into competitive. It's a pretty good way to farm some Pansun each week without having to worry about your weekly stuff. But yeah, definitely that is a good way to get Pansun every single week. You're going to be able to get a good amount of passive Pansun if you're just doing your dailies and weekly stuff. But let me know if you have any questions or any other advice or tips about money making in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more TEMTEM content in the future, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.